Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Now, today I'm going to be filming a bit of like a story time kind of thing. So I'm going to be talking about how my life went from hell in 2019 to amazing in 2019. So I'm going to kind of talk you through my story. Now, I just want to give a quick disclaimer. I'm not going to mention any names. I'm not going to be bad mouthing anyone at all. There is absolutely no malice, disrespect, anything like that at all in this video. I just want to make that crystal clear from the get-go. Another thing, yes, I have dyed my hair, so it's becoming a bit of a hobby. It was pink and now I decided that brown. My hair is naturally blonde, but I thought I'm going to go brown because why not? So yes, I'm going to start. May as well just get into it. Like I said, I just want to make everyone aware that this is not, I don't have any ill feeling towards anyone. I'm in a good place. So yeah, I just wanted to talk through my time because I think a lot of people suffer in silence about different things, and I just want everyone to know that it can get better and it will get better, and there is so much help out there, so much people willing to help you. So I'm going to start in 2019 March. So a few different things happened in that month. First of all, my dog passed away. So I had my dog for 14 years. She was just amazing, like the best dog ever. I've had 3 dogs in my life. They've all been Dalmatians. Morgan was her name. Now I know, not a dog name, it's a human name, but we did not name her. She came named, I promise. So in 2019 in March, on exactly the 22nd, I think it was, or the 21st, she sadly passed away. So we had to get her put down. She was very old and she just wasn't living a great life. She wasn't able to walk very well. She was just in a lot of, I don't think she was in any physical pain, but she just was uncomfortable, and she just couldn't walk, and it just wasn't a great way of life for her at all. She couldn't stand properly, her legs would cave in when she'd walk, and it just wasn't fair to keep her alive. We were being selfish by keeping her alive because it was for us as opposed to her, because we didn't want to give her up. So yeah, she was put down, and it was awful. It was really sad, and I think not having a dog in your life when you always have, now I know a lot of people would be like, oh come on, it's just a dog, but until you've had a dog, I don't think you know how much they are part of your family. They're like, she's like my sister. We've been through so much as a family, and she's always been there. She's a dog, so she's not going to judge you, she's going to love you no matter what you do. And I think that's how amazing animals are. Like, they're just so loving, and even you can go through a horrible time and you can stand on their paw and 2 minutes later they're licking your face. Like, it's just, they're just resilient, and I just think they're amazing. So yeah, so it was a horrible time, horrible evening at that one point, because it happened, we done it sort of in the late afternoon time, so it was a horrible evening and it was just so sad. And in the same month, the relationship that I was in for 5 years came to an end, and that was horrible. Now this is where it kind of gets the worst part, although obviously like my dog dying was horrible and it was really sad, and I wish dogs could live forever, but this hit me like a ton of, it wasn't even it was a whole house. It just hit me like a full house had just fallen down right on top of me. Like, awful to say the least. It was I literally, I had no words. It was horrible. My ex-boyfriend ended things with me. Now I genuinely do not know how to explain the feeling. Now, if you've ever been dumped and you've maybe been in a long relationship, even a short relationship, I'm not saying you have to be in a long relationship to be totally in love and to be devastated, but I think if you've been in a long relationship, you've spent a long time with someone, you've kind of grown together, you've done a lot of things together, so there's more, you depend on them more, I think, as opposed to if you've been with them a shorter period of time. And again, I'm not saying that a short relationship doesn't justify a heartbreak, because it does. I'm not saying that at all. He ended things with me. Now, because I didn't really get any like justification for it, there wasn't a reason, nothing had happened, neither of us had like done anything wrong. We were like, there was nothing that would tell me why it happened. So yeah, it was hard. It was very hard. So things ended on the Saturday. I couldn't really deal with it. I think I kind of shut off, and cried and I was embarrassed and I needed answers and I couldn't get those answers, and I think I couldn't do anything. I literally couldn't leave my bed. I was so sad, and I didn't know how to deal with this emotion. I'd never had a breakup like that before, and I didn't really know how to properly kind of let it sit with me, and I didn't know how to deal with it at all. So I literally lay in my bed for initially for about 5 days. What happened on this Saturday, I was in my bed every day. I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep, and when I did sleep I'd wake up and I would hate the fact that I'd have woken up, because I woke up so sad, which is horrible to hear, and it's horrible to hear myself say that because I'm in such a good place now. To think back to how broken I was, it is quite frightening to think about it. It was on the Thursday and we're waking up that morning and I was like, no, I cannot keep going on like this. When is this going to end? When am I going to feel okay? Because when you do feel sad, whether that's a breakup, a death, anything that can bring sadness and can bring heartbreak and can bring so much pain, you do not know when it's going to end, and that is the hard part. You're thinking, when am I going to wake up and feel normal again? Because naturally I am a happy, bubbly, enthusiastic person. Like, I am really too much probably for some people. Like, I am really much woo, maybe I was too much, but no, I am naturally very happy. So to be so genuinely sad, I didn't know how to kind of process that. And when I thought, when is this going to stop, kind of thing, it came Thursday and I was like, nope, I am not doing this. I can't bear to keep continuing to feel this emotion. And Mom's coming in every day before her work, and I was crying and she was crying because she didn't want to leave me, because I was in such a deep, dark hole of sadness. I was like, no, I'm not doing this. I'm not continuing like this. So I did end up in hospital that night. I done something stupid. It was a situation reaction. I wasn't thinking. All I was thinking about is I am not waking up tomorrow morning and feeling, I can talk about this and it's something that is upsetting, obviously, of course, but I'm going to get through this video without crying. I'm going to do it. I will. So I ended up in hospital on the Thursday night. It was really late and my mum was out and I'd done something really stupid and ended up going to hospital. I spent that night there. I had to wait on the mental health team come in to speak to me. Now, it was a difficult conversation because obviously it wasn't like I have been depressed for a long time and I've been thinking about suicide or anything like that. That did not run through my mind. It was just a reaction to that situation that morning, which does sound so selfish, I think, when I think about it. And when I see my mum's face and I see Matty's face and I see my friends' faces, it was difficult for me to think that that could have been it for what now is a stupid reason. It really didn't need to happen. So I came out of hospital on the Friday, early hours in the morning, and I went to sleep because I'd taken a lot of tablets. My body was kind of, it was as I was on like a come down, so I was very jittery, and for a good few weeks it was like body was sort of spasming because I was kind of on a come down from tablets. So I wasn't in a very good position and I wasn't in like a very good physical state for a while. I had very dilated pupils. I felt everything was a bit funny in my face, like everything was it just was a bit strange. But anyway, the Friday came and I was like, it was like I had been reborn. It was so weird. It was like I had to take some sort of shock to the system, like I did, for me to be like, what are you doing? Wow. And I did, and I honestly thought, no, this is not happening. You're going to get through this. You're not dying for this. And yeah, so after that point I did try and sort of pull myself together. I went to Newcastle on the Saturday with my friends. I didn't drink anything purely because I thought my body was like, it was still detoxing, and I didn't want to drink and get into a horrible state and ruin the person's birthday. Like, I didn't want to do that, and I just thought I'll go with my friends to have a good time. And I did have a good time. obviously I was very, at that point I remember I was still shaky and I'd had to take cams to try and obviously calm me down, like I was in still quite a sort of way. I think it was really bad anxiety. Again, I was just so embarrassed by the situation. I was so confused. I was so like shocked to the point of like, what the hell's happened kind of thing. So no, I went, and from then on I did try and build myself back up. I still was continuing to lose weight because I didn't have any appetite, because I constantly felt on edge, and I constantly felt something bad's going to happen because I didn't expect that to happen. I was constantly thinking something else is going to happen, something's going to go wrong again, because I thought that was fine. So if I can think that's fine, something else might be fine that could just drop. And I kept thinking that everyone's going to leave me. It was a very strange period of time for a good couple of months, and I had to end up going to the doctors. They did put me on anti-anxiety tablets and sleeping tablets, because again I still couldn't sleep, although I wasn't going to bed feeling sad as such. I still wasn't able to get to sleep. Like there was still, like I would lie down and I just couldn't sleep. So I was off work for a while, and I still was trying to do things that made me happy, but again it was difficult because I was still feeling very anxious all the time, and I was acting in ways that weren't really me as such, and I feel like I probably was quite difficult to deal with at times, because I was so up and down with sadness. And I think I had gotten over the breakup, but I think I hadn't gotten over how it made me feel after it. Like that did stay with me for a while, like the anxiety, the fear, the worry that something's going to happen that's going to be terrible again, and I couldn't cope with the feeling that I was going to experience that sadness again. That's something I couldn't kind of see past. I couldn't deal with that at all. So I think it was in May time. I had a big group of friends at school, and they were my best friends. I had other friends outside the group, but we were like a collective group of friends. Again, I'm not bad mouthing anyone or naming any names at all, because that's not what this video is about. This video is about just showing how I went from a very horrible state to a very good state. I don't want to use the word falling out, because we're not at school and it's a shitty word to use, and I still speak to the people every so often, so it wasn't like, I think I kind of put myself in a situation where I'd done something wrong that I shouldn't have done, and I hurt someone, and I think I again was embarrassed. I'm not going to go into what the situation was, because it involves other people, and I don't I'm not bringing other people into it or sharing their side. Like, I don't want it to be like my side of the story and someone else's. Like, I'm not doing that. But I done something and I was embarrassed by it, and I think my reaction was to remove myself from the situation. So I left the group chat. I'd removed myself from the situation, so I didn't put myself in a position where I was going to have to explain myself. So yeah, in the space of a few months, I had lost my dog, my boyfriend, obviously at the time ex-boyfriend now, and 10 friends, and it was a very, very strange few months for me, and it was a very hard time, and a very upsetting time, and a very unpredictable time. From the months of March to May, I'd lost a lot of things in my life, and it was hard. It was very hard, and I think I've said that so many times, but it was difficult. And I think because I am such a naturally happy person, to deal with all that and to feel, I think I felt so abandoned. That's what I felt like. Like I was going to come home and my mum was going to have just been like, sorry, I don't want you as a daughter anymore, bye. Literally, that's what I felt like. Or if like my best friend wasn't texting me back, I'd be like, she doesn't want to be friends anymore. Like, honestly, it took a toll on my sanity, like a major toll on my sanity, and it was terrible. It was just a fucking shit time. Anyway, and I think if I didn't have my mum and my auntie and my friends, although I'd lost a lot of friends, I still did have other friends as well. I think if I didn't have all of them, I would not be here right now. I really wouldn't. I know that's so, people say that all the time, like, oh, I wouldn't, but I genuinely don't think I would, like, genuinely don't. And I think that the message that I kind of want to give is that it will get better, and you can go through a really bad time, but as long as you kind of pick yourself up and realise your worth, and you will get through it. In June, I went on holiday myself. I just thought, I'm getting out of here on my own. I just wanted to go away. Went away for 5 nights to Mallorca on my own, just to have some me time. I think I kind of needed to find myself again, as cliche as that sounds. I did. I had to get out here, I had to find myself, I had to kind of realise that I was good enough, because I think I doubted myself so much. I kept thinking I wasn't good enough for the person, I wasn't good enough for the friends. Like, there was so much that happened that I just think it just made me feel that I wasn't good enough for anyone at all. So the thought of ever having a boyfriend again was the fear, obviously. However, I ended up meeting Scott, who I'm with just now, and I think my life just went whoosh. It took a massive 360 turn for the absolute better. It's just weird how you can be in such a long relationship that you think is perfect and is the one, and then you can meet someone else. And again, I'm not bad mouthing anyone, like I hope this person is happy and all of that, that's not what I'm getting at, but we weren't right for each other. And I think I didn't know that then, obviously, and when it happened I was like, oh my god. But now I think it takes maybe being with someone else to realise that you weren't meant to be with that person, and that's okay, that is fine. And I mean, it doesn't help the shitty situation that it was at the time, the breakup. But I think looking back now, like, I can sit and I've said to Mom tonight, like, it's crazy to think I was in such a horrible situation and a horrible place for such what felt like ages. And it wasn't actually that long, to be fair. We broke up in the March and then I got with Scott in the June, so it wasn't a long time. But because I went through so many emotions and so much happened, and it did feel like a long time. It really did. It felt like I was in this rut forever. Because I couldn't sleep, I felt like I was up all night thinking about it. So 24 hours was literally 24 hours, take away maybe 4. It was a long time. So yeah, I met Scott and it was just bloody amazing. And I rekindled friendships with girls that I could not live without now. And I think it's very strange. You can fall out of friendship with people and then you can fall back into friendship with people, and yeah, it's the girls who I'm friends with now. Lisa Marie, I could not have got through what I went through without her at all. Like, she was every day making sure I was okay. I virtually moved into her and Sean's house. Like, she was there, and she was like so there for me. Like, I can't even describe to you what she pulled me out of the rut. She pulled me out of just everything, really. It was a blessing. And the girls who I've rekindled friendships with now, shout out to Rianne and Shanice, I couldn't live without them now. And for so long, I don't want to say I hated them, because that was the word. We did fall out of friendship for reasons that didn't need to happen. And I think overall I've just learned that you can go through a hard ass time. You can go through such a difficult time, and it will get better. It will. There's so many times that I thought, I'm never going to be happy again, I'm never going to live my life normally again. Like, I never thought I'd get to a place that I would even sit and film a YouTube video. This is something I would never have done last year, because I had no self-confidence, I had no self-worth, because I thought that everyone hated me and I wasn't valued as a person. I feel I wanted to do this just to tell my story, and to hopefully help someone to know that it's okay to be saddened by a breakup. It doesn't make you weak, it just makes you a human. You go through life with someone who you've been with a long time, you go through friendship, people who you've been friends with for years, and if they come to an end, it's okay. Like, life goes on. New people will come into your life who maybe have better intentions for you than people who've been in your life for years. Like, things happen and people change, and you can move on from things. And I know at the time it can be hell on earth, I know that, but you can get through it. And I would just like for people to know that it's a hard road. It is hard, but it does get better. It really does. And I'm just so thankful for the people that have my life now. That the thought of not having Scott is just, And I think it does concern me sometimes, because obviously what I went through. I suppose, I mean, it doesn't impact our relationship at all. Like, I do very much trust him and everything like that. If you've had your relationship come to an end, not through your choice, then you are going to be a bit paranoid about if it could happen again. That's it really. I just wanted to come on and just say what I felt, and if I can be a help to anyone at all, and I mean that in every way possible. This video, the comments below, if anyone wants to message me privately, like, I will be more than happy to help anyone with anything, not even breakup orientated, any, because mental health is it is still a taboo subject. I think as much as there is Mental Health Week and there is more people talking about it, I still think it is a subject where people do freeze. They get awkward and, oh, don't talk about your mental health, it just makes me uncomfortable. It still happens, I know it does, and it shouldn't be the case. And I know people are so scared to talk about if they're feeling unhappy, if they're battling something in their head, and you should be able to talk about it. You really should. I've dealt with it through not just me, but through family members, most from what I can imagine is my whole life, from what I can picture my whole life. And it is a difficult subject, it is, I know it is, but it shouldn't be. You should be able to talk about it. You should be able to tell your friends, your family, anyone how you're feeling, happy or sad. You should be able to talk about it. And yeah, I just wanted to come on here and just tell my story, really. So yeah, I hope you have enjoyed today's video, guys. It's been good letting it out. I feel like I can go and breathe. Yeah, I can breathe. But no, I have enjoyed speaking about it and letting it out and telling my story and hoping that it helps someone else. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it. Like I said, I hope this video has helped someone, or more than one person. Know your worth. I'm going to end it as that, know your worth. But thank you, guys. See you guys in the next video though. Bye!